YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Y2 Shadows, and we're back at it again with another Hoop Nights video. And today, the other games in the association, not really going to talk about much of those because none of them I felt going into the matches were interesting, even though as you can see, some of the final scores were close. But we're going to mainly stick to Lakers and Knicks for tonight. That's going to be the main topic. First thing that I want to say before we get into anything is prayers out to Jalen Brunson. I hope Brunson is okay. Also prayers out to Kat. Kat was recently dealing with a death of a family friend. I think it was his girlfriend's aunt or family friend, something like that. But it was a death in the family. And a lot of people were like doing wild speculations. Draymond had started some shit and then it had trickled down to like Chris Bouchard coming on the show. And then Draymond tonight like also double down, which was disgusting. I hope Kat like punches him in his shit, to be 100% honest with you. Like me personally, I feel like it's justified too, but prayers to Kat and the family there. And then also again, major prayers up to Jalen Brunson, man. He took a nasty injury in that overtime period of rolling his ankle, and it looked bad. His ankle touched the floor, and he could be out for a minute. Actually, like he might be out probably, I would say, I'm not a doctor, so obviously like, you know, it's kind of hard to diagnose this, but I would assume he's out almost all of March, to be 100% honest with you. Like that's a serious injury. But outside of that, let's kind of go ahead, let's get into everything there. So the Lakers won the game 113-109. This was a game that the Knicks dominated from the second quarter until like towards the end of the fourth quarter, where the Lakers had went on the run. They had dominated this game. The Knicks, they were shooting really good. The Lakers just could not shoot at all. Funny enough, let me see. It's gonna show. That's play-by-play. I kind of want to see. Oh, they don't got it here, so I'll bring it up on. I'll bring it up on the other joint really quick. Hold on one second, because they got the scores. Here are how each quarter's went. Yep. So here we go. Perfect. So yeah, just so everybody can see is the quarter period. So yeah, as you guys can see here, right? Lakers had the lead in the first quarter, and then we got outscored badly in that second quarter. 13-point deficit. I think in halftime it was a 9-point game at half. And then kind of in the third quarter, because you can see they're pretty much like even out throughout the third quarter. The Lakers, you know what's funny? I know the Knicks went up as many as 13, but there was a point in the third and the fourth where it was a 10-point game, and the Lakers just could not escape this 10-point hole at all. And I kind of just felt that it wasn't our night. Now, to be 100% honest with you, the refereeing in this game was terrible, and this is on both sides. Like they were letting people be physical, but then they weren't at the same time. Like certain players were allowed to get roughed up, while others got these really nasty ticky-tack fouls. For example, Brunson tonight, we go back to the stats here. Brunson tonight was at the free throw line. Brunson had 13 free throws, and a lot of that was a bunch of like foul baiting, grifting shit that was disgusting. I will say Luka did it too. Luka was also at the line, so because he did it a lot too. Reeves had tried it a couple of times, but tonight was just not getting the whistle that Reeves you would typically expect from Austin Reeves to get. But Reeves was doing it tonight pretty much as well over there. But yeah, a lot of just grifting and nasty calls on both sides. And it's weird because it's clear that the NBA wanted this to be a physical, hard game, and they allowed it to be a physical, hard game in aspects, but then they would just call a bunch of these ticky-tack fouls. And it's like, man, if you want this game to be physical and hard, why are we calling these fouls, right? It was terrible. Luka had gotten a couple in the first quarter and first half. One Jalen Brunson specific one in the beginning of the game. He's got Vando one-on-one. He gets around Vando. Vando's pinned on his back, and he does the stop motion where he stops, lets the defender catch up, and he like kind of flops into an and one over there, like jumps backwards and throws the ball forward towards the basket, which again, I thought the NBA was taking out plays like that. Like I thought that was I thought the NBA had like made rules changes on stuff like that, but whatever. It was a lot of shit. It is what it is there. But yeah, again, Knicks for the most part had this game, and then in the fourth quarter, it was a Lakers show. I know it's just only an 8-point difference here, but realistically, man, it felt like such a big gap. The Lakers had kind of like buckled down on defense in the fourth quarter and just was not allowing scoring. Cat couldn't get a rhythm offensively all night. It felt like OG Anunoby was killing the Lakers, because he did end up like with 20 points, but I feel like he had a lot more with how much he was like killing the Lakers there, but he just didn't. But he was okay. He was okay tonight there. Josh Hart, I mean, we live with Josh Hart making, because they had dared Josh Hart to hit some shots, which Josh Hart did hit a couple of shots tonight, so they dared Josh Hart to shoot. Mikal Bridges was terrible. Absolutely fucking awful. Mikal Bridges there was no reason for Mikal Bridges to be out there at all. Mikal Bridges wasn't doing great on defense. He didn't contribute on offense. Mikal Bridges was terrible out there. There was no reason to see Mikal Bridges minutes out tonight, and that's just kind of what happened. You gave up 5 first-round picks for them, and unfortunately, there's nobody else on your bench that's better, so you just kind of live with it. But yeah, Mikal Bridges, there was zero reason to play Mikal tonight from there. And then, yeah, they had a game plan for Cat, I will say. Cat just, in the first half when they were doing well, they had fed Cat, and Cat was like getting people open and getting some good looks. But in the second half, Cat could barely get some shots off, barely was able to get some shots off. The Lakers had just buckled down on defense. Cat is not stronger than Bron, so Cat was not able to get through LeBron at all, and the Lakers just made it really hard when he was attacking the rim. So they had a great game plan for Cat. It was one of them things where it's just like, hey, Brunson's gonna kill us because Brunson's a superstar, but we're gonna try to lock down on everybody else. We could have did better on OG, to be 100% honest, but it is what it is. Josh Hart, we just gotta live with those, and it was good from there. On the Lakers side, right, Austin Reeves had a terrible game. Austin Reeves, it's his first game back from injury, so obviously I'm gonna give Reeves some grace because it's his first game back, but Reeves was not great tonight at all. That's why even during a certain stretch, Reeves was benched in the fourth quarter. Reeves didn't come back until overtime, which ended up mattering because Reeves hit a huge shot in overtime. But yeah, JJ made the right decision to bench Reeves because Reeves just didn't have it tonight. Just wouldn't, he wasn't gonna die with somebody that was just playing terrible. He was gonna go to his guys that were actually playing good, which we'll talk about. Our Gabe, Vincent, and Dalton Connect. Shout out to these guys. Connect and Gabe in the third and fourth quarter made huge shots. Connected hit a 3 to end the third quarter that had taken the deficit from 11 down to 8. So Connected hit a huge 3 there, and then Gabe in the fourth had hit 3 threes. He had 1 3 where Luka passed it to him in the right corner. Luka had dipped, and he was a no dip 3, kind of like how D'Lo used to do with the Lakers. I think he's probably done it on other teams, but I noticed it a lot with the Lakers where he's had a couple of those no dip 3s just at the top, right into the hands, just shooting it straight away. Hit that one. Gabe hit another 3 off of a Jackson Hayes rebound, and then the third one, which was huge, that actually gave the Lakers the first lead of the game since the first quarter. They had gotten a rebound from a Jalen Brunson 3 miss. Bron drives down the court, kind of drives into 3 or 4 people. Brunson tries to draw the foul, but doesn't get it. Gabe's open in right corner, wide open, hits the 3. Lakers go up 99-96 with just around a minute something left in the game. So really, really great. Overtime, it was a Luka LeBron show, even though we had some clutch 3s there. Jackson Hayes, by the way, was making really good, as a roller, making the short passes to the corner and stuff. Hayes had, as you can see here, Jackson Hayes had 3 assists tonight from Jax. Jax had 3 assists tonight, hitting people in the short pass game. Jackson was doing pretty well. Dodo, not needed much again offensively, but just great from production. Wish he would have hit some of his 3s when he was open on, but again, I'm not gonna shit on an L. I'm like not on a win. I mean, like obviously, like we did stuff in the win was W. Vando tonight just wasn't good, and it was mainly just because he was on Brunson. On when he was tasked to guard Brunson, Brunson just took advantage and fried him. Was able to get a bunch of the foul calls on him, so he just wasn't good tonight against Brunson. Jemison was trying being the enforcer, but Jemison is only as big as he could be. But Jemison was pretty solid tonight there as well. And then obviously you got the main stars here. Bron almost with a triple double. You know, he get Bron with 31. Where is it? 31, 8, and 12. Almost triple double. 2 more points over there. And then Luka 32, 12, and 7. So Luka and LeBron, our main 2 stars, took it home where we needed to. Yes, it was this is one of the wins that kind of really shows the might of the team, because the Lakers have had a lot of just like dominant wins from start to finish, a lot of dominant performances since the Luka trades. Like obviously you want to point to the worst games, you'll think about the Hornets game, which was a blown game that could potentially come back and haunt the Lakers in the standings, and then the Charlotte game, no, not Hornets, it's the same team. The Utah game when they're in Utah after dominating Utah 2 nights earlier, they just go to Utah and just absolutely lay a fucking egg, and the team was just terrible in Utah. Everybody wasn't good before the All-Star break. You want to think about some bad performances, and then tonight was just a one where it was just bad offensive performance. And then the second half, we kind of they had scored 60 to end the second quarter, and by the time overtime came, we held them to 39 points in 2 quarters. Like the Lakers had really buckled down on defense and played great defense there. I mean, again, if Brunson doesn't get hurt, I think that Brunson clearly gets 40, and then we have no clue how the rest of that game ends out, to be 100% honest with you. If Brunson gets hurt, hopefully it's the Lakers dub, but again, when Brunson made them 2 free throws, it was 107 with like a minute something left, so who knows how the rest of that game ends with Brunson in. Maybe they still try to attack Luka, because Luka had 5 fouls. Luka had 5 fouls for a while, and they just, I don't know what Tibbs' game plan was. There was a lot of like, I understand attacking like Jackson Hayes and Austin Reeves, and it made sense to do so, but Luka had 5 fouls, and Luka was like the huge engine of the offense, and they just would not put Luka in the pick and roll to try to force Luka to have to guard to like foul him out. And I just didn't understand that at all from Tibbs. Like I feel like if there's one person you want to get out of the game and make sure that he's done for the night to kind of take the morale down, it's Luka Doncic. I know obviously Austin Reeves and LeBron can still play make and are great at it, but you take out one of the dudes that was frying you, and you force, for example, a lineup of rotation of, let's say you're gonna have Bron, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jackson Hayes, Reeves, and either Vando or like Gabe Vincent. I feel like you would much rather prefer a lineup like that than still having Luka and LeBron in the game to kind of play make off of each other. But anyway, I mean, Tibbs didn't decide to take advantage of that. It is what it is. Lakers W there. Next few games, the Knicks, they're in for a little bit of a stretch, because they're going to be without Brunson, and we don't know how long Brunson's going to be out. That's going to be a very interesting stretch that they're going to have to deal with. They have the Clippers today in a back-to-back, so they're going to be going to Intuit and play the Clippers after Harden just had his 50-point game. I'm not sure if Kawhi is already listed as out for that game, but I know that they have a couple people that are out. I think Norman Powell is out and everything, and Derrick Jones is out, but they got a couple other people that I had seen that was available to go, but so we'll see. But again, you're facing that Clippers team that's, again, they've had a really top defensive rating, and you're playing them without Brunson. So who is your point guard that's gonna run the offense for the Knicks? We'll kind of see how that goes. Then you got the Kings. The Kings are still trying to rise in the standings, right? Like as you can see, if we go to the standings here, oh, this is everything. Oh, they got it in the playoff bracket format already. I like it. Look at this. I love this. This is great, actually. I love how they got it right now. But you got the Kings still trying to rise, still trying to get up there. Now there are a couple ways, out. Actually, no, they're really close to the Clippers actually. So they're trying to catch the Clippers to get to that 8th spot so they can play in that first game there. So yeah, they're like really trying. So the Kings are just right there. Mavericks we expect to fall out. So when you expect the Mavericks to come out, I mean, this is where it's up to teams like, I don't think the Spurs are gonna get there. I think the Spurs are kind of just not really going to be good for the rest of the year, but it leaves it open for the door for like Portland and the Suns to kind of creep up on the Mavs to kind of sneak into the play-in there. So but that's just like for the Western Conference side. But for the Knicks, yeah, I mean, you got the next 4 games aren't easy games at all. You got all teams that are trying to be into play-in and playoff caliber teams. Again, Clippers tonight in the back-to-back, and then you got the Kings coming up. So you're not leaving California for a bit. You'll be staying in Cali. Then you got Portland on Wednesday, right? Portland again, surging teams, been a lot better out of the second half of the year, and Portland's now seeing that, hey, they may potentially be able to make the play-in as the 10th seed. So Portland's trying to surge up a little bit. And then on ABC primetime, you have the Warriors. And you've already lost to the Warriors without one of your pieces this time. I think Cat didn't play before, but now you're going to play the Warriors without Brunson. So now, yes, like maybe you could say supposedly they may be better, but you're losing out offensively. And Steph Curry's been on a heater recently. Like Steph Curry's been trying to take the hearts out of people, and it's been reverted back to his 2016 Steph, a la tonight, where he had 40 points. He had to hit like this turnaway half court shot over 2 people that was insane from Curry. So yeah, you got their next few games are really good, rough. Hell, even Miami. You could throw Miami in there and say Miami's a rough game, because Miami right now, if we go back to it, I think Miami's also in that 9-10 spot for the play-in. Oh, actually Miami's 7. So Miami, they're not gonna beat Detroit out, so they're not gonna worry. Like they can't catch well, I mean, they theoretically can, but let's be real, they're not going to, right? Like the Pistons aren't gonna be bad enough to where the Heat are just gonna drop up there, unless like Tyler Hero is really like tries to say that he's an all-NBA first or second teamer and just starts shooting crazy and bam goes off. But we don't really expect that from the Heat to go off. But yeah, I mean, you guys can see they're all kind of fighting for this play-in spot right here, by the way. So Miami is trying to stay right here at 7 so they can host that first round, like host both of the games for the play-in. So yeah, you got 5 straight games for the Knicks, that the Knicks theoretically, if you don't trust that offense enough, they could lose 5 straight games. And if they lose 5 straight games, you're leaving the option for one of these 3 teams here to potentially move up to 3 and steal the number 3 spot from the Knicks. And you don't want to do that right now at the end of the season, when we're like coming on the last 20 games of the season, right? A lot of these teams here are on the last like 20-ish games. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to be on a losing streak on the last 20-ish games. It's not a good sign. For the Lakers side, though, obviously, we got Boston on Saturday. That Boston game is going to tell me a lot. There's 2 games, well, technically 3, because we play OKC back-to-back, but there's 2 games that I'm like really looking forward to tell me how good and how serious. Like, I think the Lakers are obviously title contenders right now, but I really want to see like, there's games and moments that just like are gonna prove to me that like, hey, the Lakers could actually win the title, and I'm gonna be like, yo, no, the Lakers should win the title. Like they should be like really like they can win the title. This game against Boston, where Boston will have the majority of their team back, because I've seen the injury report. They didn't play tonight against Philly, so they rested a bunch of people. I know they say injuries, but let's be honest, they were resting against a terrible Sixers team, and all that. So Boston against Saturday will show me a lot. And then in April, when they play OKC, now, here's the thing, right? Let's be honest, let's be fair, right? Both of these games are back-to-back games, right? And then also, again, one's a 12:30 game on Sundays, because Sunday games like to be early as hell, and then we got an actual like night game on Tuesday, which, since this is at 5 o'clock, I don't think this is gonna be on TNT, because TNT games are usually what, 4:30 ish. Like, yeah, usually like 4:30. I mean, maybe it could be, but again, I don't remember TNT games being 5 o'clock. I'm pretty sure TNT games are like 4:30. Who knows? They could always change it because, you know, a league matchup like this, they could always be like, hey, national TV, boom, let's get onto it. Like, I'm assuming this is the ABC Sunday Showcase because ABC Sunday Showcase is around this time, so maybe this is the ABC game on Sunday, and then Tuesday we'll see what they feel about that. But yeah, yeah, these kind of 3 games here, especially since it's not the end of the season yet, so teams really shouldn't just be resting people here, to be 100% honest. Like, you should still be trying to build continuity. I know the OKC will more than likely easily have the #1 seed locked up by then, but they're not going to start resting people. Like, I don't think OKC would start resting people until like the end of the end of like that last week, the last couple of games before the playoffs. So I don't think OKC is going to do that. Hell, even then, because they know that they're going to have like a week off, they'll probably still play everybody just to build continuity, right? Like, this is one of the things where it's just like, hey, you don't want to lose rhythm of just not playing basketball for a while, right? So who knows how that goes. But yeah, those are like the 2 games that I'm like really looking forward to. Obviously, there's some other key matchups like playing the Nuggets again and playing the Bucks, right? Like, definitely want to match up against the Bucks because their size, and I want to see how the Lakers handle like a team with like a lot of size there. And then obviously the Grizzlies, Warriors, stuff like that. So like really good matchups, but like the ones that'll tell me 100% about this team, like if I should take them 1,000% seriously as like they're winning the title, like put them in 100% in like they're in that contender tier, but like I've never considered them like in that OKC Cleveland Boston bracket of like, hey, no, you guys should win the title. Like, I have the Lakers like just barely outside of that for the most part. Like, I have them like with Denver and stuff. Like, I have them literally with, it's the Lakers the Lakers and the Nuggets, I think, in that tier, where it's like you can win the title, but I don't think you're as good as I don't know 100% if you're good as those other 3 teams. Saturday and the games against OKC in April will really tell me and open the door for me to be like, yeah, hey, either my assumption was correct for our squad to make the finals and like should win the title, or yeah, I kind of figured that like the limitations this year, there's just certain things of just where we're not going to overcome. We can't beat these guys. So anyway, that's pretty much it there. I just want to kind of just go through and just bring up a couple of highlights from the games here of what I had seen and what had brought me to a certain point. So here, funny enough, this is Dodo's only bucket of the game. It's off a putback dunk from LeBron's miss. So you see LeBron on the left wing. Actually, this is the wing. What is this like? This is, I mean, obviously this is like the rolling. This is like dunker spot area. I forgot what this middle part they call this. I mean, technically you probably call it like the left elbow-ish. I think, oh yeah, left elbow. Wing up here, left elbow. So yeah, Bron, honestly, funny enough, he probably could have threw the lob to Jackson, now that I think about it. Like, oh yeah, he already started to raise, but realistically, no, he could have threw the lob up to Jackson, because like, unless you really believe Mikal Bridges is gonna block Jackson Hayes' athletic poster here, which I mean he probably could have got the foul or something like that. You probably would have taken living with Jackson Hayes free throws, but I mean, yeah, he could have. If Bron wanted to, he probably could have threw it right there, threw the lob up, or just threw it directly to Jax. Not bad options, but
very high percentage early in the season. Dorian.
And then Dodo off of that, so that was great.
Smith had a free run to the basket. Jackson Hayes can't get it.
That's another one too, man. Jackson missing good freebies right there, man. Just better centers in the league aren't gonna miss that shit, be honest.
Towns clears it away. The Knicks want to push it here. Brunson to Hart. Hart's got a free run. Hart scores at it.
This is another thing too about Jackson that kind of frustrates me is Jackson, again, he's a legit 7 foot, right? Like they measured him, he's 7 foot, and he's athletic as hell. And how are we not blocking this, right? Like how are we not blocking this? Turn your head. Yes, I understand you turn your head late, so you're reacting late, right? But like, how is that? How's your left hand not blocking that? Like, how do we miss the timing on that?
Hart scores and is fouled. That's certainly on
Like, yeah, like, how do we miss the timing on that? This is where kind of around the start of, like, the Brunson grifting was happening, which, again, grifting on both sides tonight was terrible, and referees was really, like, annoying because, again, this is one of the games where, like, you got two physical teams, two teams that have, like, again, numbers-wise, you would suggest are, like, top defenses. Let them play and don't do ticky-tack shit like this. Luka had something tonight. Again, I'm not going to act like Luka didn't, so, I mean, like, I benefited from it as well, but in the same breath, it's like, yo, nobody wants to see that in the game. Like, that just ruins the allure and the attraction of the game, and it makes people be like, damn, can you really fucking play defense? Like, thankfully, at the refs towards later in the game, they started, like, allowing certain shit to be physical, but you could tell with Luka and Brunson all night, it was going to be one of the things where it was just like, hey, we're going to just give you the benefit of the doubt, and you guys are just going to get calls tonight. Like,
and there's enough games on the schedule.
So as you can see, right, so Brunson, Vando on him, Vando's pressing, reaches over, already out of position, so he gets around him, right? So Vando's already clearly behind. Brunson, oh, I thought he hooked him for a second. It kind of looked like he did, but Vando's clearly behind, right? Dodo's clearly about to step up to watch Brunson, and then you see Luka's watching out for Mitchell Robinson over here. Bron's got two over here. Realistically, let's be honest, you'll live with Josh Hart. Josh Hart's in dunkers though, actually, so Josh Hart's in a dunker, but Luka's got his hands out and got enough length where he'll deflect passes realistically. But yeah, I mean, Bron's watching OG, and then in the dunker spot there, you'll just live with whatever Josh Hart gives. Like, they gave Josh Hart a bunch of open shots tonight, so Brunson goes, he stops, right? He doesn't stop shit and just rises straight up.
Hard to sense that as Brunson wisely draws.
Yeah, and again, I mean, Vando runs into him, so yes, technically it's a foul, but like, come on, man, that's, I mean, it's been around for a while, so again, the NBA, there's just certain shit that the NBA needs to get rid of, and again, hopefully in the playoffs, they're like a lot more physical and like not allowing shit like this to go through, but it's just kind of like, yeah, man, come on, like, bro, whatever.
The foul. He's so savvy.
And one Brunson, shout out to Brunson there.
And one.
And because of that, he's gonna be efficient. He's 4 or 5 on the night.
Oh yeah, OG had slipped right here. Oh yeah, OG had slipped right here. I remember this. Yes, OG had slipped like driving to the basket. Josh Hart gets it. Doesn't have clear control. Dodo. Oh, multiple people slipped. Oh yeah, so yeah, slippery court. Dodo to Luka.
Slips and falls.
Luka right up to the Vando with the dunk. And with the dunk there, yep. And then was there anything else notable I wanted to bring up here? Was there in the first quarter? No, nothing else in the first quarter. You know what's funny is they skip almost majority of the second quarter for the Knicks. Like, they don't show how much the Knicks like legit went up and like was able to get possessions.
Knicks sitting in that number 3 spot in the East. And
yeah, like I noticed it. So I don't know. Yeah, the NBA highlights, they've just been cutting out a lot of shit recently. A lot of stuff that like misses the tail of the stories for like interview stuff, and it's not good. I feel like we're gonna have to start using like ball Dawkins or like not for like free Dawkins and like house highlights and stuff to start playing some of these, because we're missing out like a lot of context. Like, look at this. We missed almost all of the fucking second quarter here. Like, look, the start of the second quarter is like at 1:45, and then when we're finally on this play here, like 45 seconds later, this is like 4 minutes in the quarter, and this wasn't a boring second quarter. Like, they just like, you cut out 7 minutes of highlights. That's kind of crazy, I think, right? Like, I think that's crazy. Oh yeah, LeBron had gotten some things here. Oh yeah, here, let's bring it up. So
goes to work with Hart. Brunson kicks it. Towns catch and shoot. Got it.
One of the few threes Cats hit tonight, generating good looks. They were generating great looks. And then, oh yeah, and then this is kind of like that. Third quarter, I'm not gonna lie, it was legit like all the Knicks. The Knicks were just playing great ball, just all Knicks ball there. Even as you see, went as much as up as 13. Do they show?
Where he's at his best. They are.
So they cut out, oh, I'm about to say, I thought they cut it out. Okay, cool. All right, and then this is kind of like the momentum. Like, this is like the start of like where you felt like the Lakers maybe to come back. is look. So right here, right? Obviously, Knicks up 11, going in 4.4 seconds to go. You got to get a shot. You got to get a shot off here. Just got to get something, like a good look up and hope that you make it. Bron kicks it out to connect. Hart is already behind. One dribble, pull up, deep.
Got it, pure. Don't connect.
And again, that was the start of that. He had hit 2 threes. I don't remember if he hit any in the fourth quarter, but the 2-3, like the 3 that he had, both the 3s in the third quarter really mattered. And he had like a tough bucket in the fourth. It was really great. So here, let me find. I'm gonna bring it up because I'm gonna bring up a cat. I got a rebound here. Where is it at?
Let's see if the Knicks others.
Oh yeah, this is another one here. Luka, they got 3 people crowding the top, and it's funny enough, it's like, who do you choose? Like who kills you here, right? Is if Connect is really on fire, Connect, he hit an open 3, or
the Lakers others can be
like, yeah, Cadet. So he did compact to the Connect on this one. I forgot. I thought this was one where he went to Jackson, but look at Mikal tries to close it out.
better in this fourth quarter.
Connects quicker.
Connect drives, Hayes.
Tough bucket right there. Technically and everything, like if the refs want to be petty, they probably could have called a foul, but realistically, like it's a good no call. Good no call.
Scores on Towns. Back to the action.
Oh, and then Luka over here. Yep. So this is one of Vincent's 3 clutch threes in the quarter that like really changed the game here. So
here in the fourth, halfway through this fourth, Doncic running into traffic.
No dip, like just straight into it. Like look at this.
Doncic running.
Just literally no, like barely any dip at all. Just straight into the motion.
Traffic finds Vincent, who hits a 3.
Huge 3 there. That was huge. And then yeah. Oh, and then here's the other one from Vincent. Here's how Vincent. Actually, no, this is the one of LeBron. Actually, my bad. This is yeah. Is this the one of LeBron? I think.
7 and 11.
Yeah, that's the one of LeBron. Yep, Luka going up, and obviously, man, they are swarming Luka. Look at LeBron wide the fuck open.
Again for Hayes, he finds LeBron instead. LeBron, 3-pointer is good.
LeBron wide open. Oh, we're starting to get some good stuff. So yeah, let's watch Brunson here real quick.
Picks up Brunson. Brunson goes.
Oh yeah, Brunson was going up, but kicks it out to Josh Hart. This is the Lakers' game plan: is like leave Josh Hart open. He's gonna have to show us that he's gonna have to be able to kill us tonight.
Finds Hart in the corner. Hart got it.
Which he did right there. Shout out to Josh Hart. He did right there. Josh Hart did for sure. Oh, here's this one, man. This was a bad one. Luka takes kind of a terrible off-balance shot, misses it. How Cat doesn't get this rebound here is crazy to me, by the way. Jackson Hayes makes a play on the ball with his hands. Look at Jax. Wide open, just make it to the open person, right? Just pass it to open person. And Gabe Vincent. I ain't gonna lie, you know what's funny? Low key, high key. Like when I look at this, like, bro, I was looking at this. I was like, man, there's no way. I was like, bro, in real time, I thought this shit was short. Like, I really thought, I was like, man, Vincent about to short this motherfucker. This looks like a brick. I ain't gonna hold you. And it made it. That was great. And then here we go. Turns around to Brunson.
Brunson off one leg. Got it.
Brunson off. I probably should have showed the full play on that one, but it is what it is. Here, let's go to Bron. So Bron, Dodo comes down, kicks out the Bron. Oh, I thought Dodo was gonna rim run here, which technically, I mean, okay, in real time, Dodo stops. He probably could have probably could have rolled to the rim here, but I don't think that was his assignment. It definitely wasn't his assignment. I think he was supposed to, yeah, he was supposed to go to the corner. Yeah, so he was supposed to do the ghost screen. He did the ghost screen to the corner. So Jackson comes up the floor. Yep. Sets the pick on Josh Hart. Cat doesn't step up, which again, Bron's a 40% free throw shooter, not free throw, 3-point shooter this year. Cat doesn't step up.
LeBron James with
tie game, boom. And then the one obviously that really gets us the lead here. So we'll show it. Brunson takes a contested 3, 5 seconds left on Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent doesn't foul here, right? right way too. It was a great like it hit off the rim perfectly, because it definitely looked like it could have went the other way towards Josh Hart and stuff, where Josh Hart would have gotten like another offensive rebound, but went the Lakers' way. Sometimes the ball bounces the right way.
Doncic secures it.
Luka gets it over to Bron.
LeBron.
Pushing it down the floor already. Look at this. Everybody, look at it. Look at Brunson over there trying to take the charge. Look, 4 people trying to stop Bron, because Bron, funny enough, if he wanted a Euro or something, he probably could have Euroed, and they probably could have tried to slap him behind the foul, but Bron makes the smart play over to Vincent.
Kicks it to the corner. Vincent, he's got it on.
And boom, Lakers got the 3. Now this shit here, I'm not gonna lie, this, like, because if we don't do this, I think we win the game in regulation. So this shit pisses me off. So clearly, right, they're planning for Brunson. You see over there, they're looking at that. They're like they're already over helping too. Like, this is one of them where it's like, man, they're just gonna, like, bro, OG hits it, it's like, it's whatever, bro. It's like, hey, you just, OG had a good night. But bro, Brunson, so they're forcing Brunson baseline, right? So nice plan, really nice plan. Jackson's right there, right? Just gotta keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Why the fuck is your hands in the cookie jar? This is another thing from Jackson Hayes. Why his hands in the cookie jar? Don't fucking get it. And look at the shit.
He splits the double. He's fouled. And
Terrible. And then the Lakers play great defense here. I can show that they go to overtime. And then I only got a couple more plays I want to show you, because I don't want to make this video 40 minutes long, right? But Luka takes Cat one-on-one, just gonna fight Cat one-on-one. Cat's playing great defense.
trying to shake him. Towns staying with him. Tough shot. Oh.
That's just a tough shot, man. You just gotta live with that. That's tough.
Luka Doncic, that's a little magic right there. Towns was right with him.
And then Luka again, right? Luka, Jack's coming up the screen. Luka knows he wants Cat here, because Cat has 4 fouls. Not that Luka is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna attack Cat and drive to the basket, which he probably could have, but Luka's like, hey, I got Cat on me. Cat's got 4 fouls. Doesn't want to get close to fouling out, and he's like, yo, I think I can abuse Cat. And watch.
Now it's Anunoby on Doncic. The switching.
Great screen by Jackson. Luka goes straight up into his motion.
Doncic over Towns. Oh!
Beautiful. That was fucking beautiful. I'm not gonna show the Brunson injury at all. That's just, nobody wants to see that. That's I don't want to see that at all, personally. Bron, oh yeah, so here, this will probably be like, yeah, this is gonna be the last one I'll show. Yeah, so Bron in the pick and roll action with Jax. Jax, as you can see, is already rolled to the middle, feeds Jax. Brunson's already helping, which is funny, right? I personally would think you would rather, like, it's probably part of the game plan, but I personally would think you would rather allow Jackson to make a play forcefully, right? Like, if you're watching Reeves, right, I would think that you would forcefully, like, yeah, Reeves is the shooter. Even though Reeves hasn't had a good night, you wouldn't want to leave Austin Reeves open. I feel like you would rather that happen. Like, you would rather contest a Reeves shot instead of overhelping on Jackson Hayes. And Jackson Hayes just immediately, right, again, you're just, oh no, yeah, Brunson's trying to draw another charge. Oh, that's why Brunson's trying to draw another charge. Again, just, I don't get the thought process there. I mean, okay, yeah, I get it, I guess. If you draw offensive foul on there, you get the ball back. I mean, I guess. Still, though, man, it's just, I feel like you don't want to leave Reeves open, and
Kicks it. Reeves 3.
And he makes you pay. And now the Lakers, instead of this being a 1-point game, now it's a 4-point game. Yeah, just kind of things over there. Just basketball in its finest. The beauty of the game, man. It's nothing like basketball. The beauty in this game. It is incredible. But that's gonna do it, y'all. It's gonna be it. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. It was an absolutely great night in the association. Well, let me not say a full great night, right? Like again, the other games, not too much to really talk about there, to be 100% honest, and kind of look at that. But a great finish that we had on TNT tonight that came down to the wire and was a nail biter. So yeah, for that's gonna do it. I love you guys. Chaos Control Army, I'm out. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Hoop Nights. See you in the next one. Deuces.